What's going on, everybody?
And happy holidays.
This is Joe.
And Amy.
And we are Geek for All. And we are here for our end of the year wrap-up video for 2025. Now, if the technology worked correctly, whether you are a subscriber of Geek for All, Video Games for All,
or gluten-free for all,
you are seeing this video on any of those channels. There's this whole new collaborations thing. It should work. Obviously, while we're filming this, I don't know. But it should work out that way. And so if you are seeing it no matter what, just as a reminder, we do have 3 different channels. And please don't forget, there are a lot of things that are going to be down in the description box below that we're going to tell you about today. But please feel free to go check out those other channels down there. And then while you're here or there, please don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so that you will get notifications whenever any of our videos come out. And/or, like surprise videos like this, stuff like that, whenever we go live, etc. This year was a year of ups and downs, as I imagine it was for many. I'd like to think more ups than downs, but that may be just rose-colored glasses because it's the joy of the holiday season. But this year was our 10-year anniversary on YouTube. That's a huge deal.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you all, whether you've been here for however long this video has been going on for, or for close to that 10 years. I don't know that we have anybody that's been here all 10 years, but we have some of you that are damn close.
Yeah.
And regardless, no matter which of those categories you fall into, thank you so very much for hanging out with us all this time, that short period of time, whatever. It was awesome. We had our end of the year, this is our end of the year wrap-up video. We had our 10-year anniversary live stream, which was really cool. We got to reminisce a bit about the last 10 years, and we got to make some big changes and announcements. Speaking of a big announcement, by the way, stick around to the end of the video. We have another one for you for this one. But this year we were able to launch our brand new Discord server. Still linked down in the description box below. It is not too late to join. We've got some amazing folks over there, not unlike yourselves. And we were able to launch our Patreon this year.
Big deal.
Yes, we did the first 10 years of this with, sponsorships and stuff, and we'll talk about that more as the video goes on. And I don't want to knock those at all. But in terms of financial support, that is something that we haven't really asked for in the past. And also, we're kind of still not really asking for it now. We're still offering all of our content completely free. But if you have the means and you're looking to do something to say a little bit of a thank you for us in that way, we wanted to give that option to folks. And some jumped on it immediately, and we thank them for that. And for those of you that can't, there is no hard feelings. We get it. Yeah. I just mentioned ups and downs for 2025. So totally understandable. Like I said, no hard feelings whatsoever. In fact, if you're looking for ways to support us that don't involve money, we often say, if you're here on YouTube, that likes and shares go a very long way.
Yes.
And so we encourage you to do that as well. That is kind of your free way, your non-financial based way to show us that you care and to say thank you in that way. And we really, we notice and we really do appreciate it a lot.
A lot.
Now, with this being the milestone year of our 10-year anniversary, Amy, how about some other milestones?
Well, so gluten-free for all is about back in full force. I did miss one video this year for the month of March, but I had 3 bonus videos. So hopefully that made up for it throughout the year. So in total, I did 14 videos. I had my first series with Breakfast Bonanza, which was really cool. 6 months of gluten-free breakfast food reviews. If you've already watched those videos, I'd love for you to comment on this video here to tell us, did you like Breakfast Bonanza? Should I do that again? If so, what should it be breakfast? Should it be some other theme? Maybe you like themes, maybe you don't. So comment on this video of, do you think that that's a thing I should do going forward? Or do you like just the random, I'll try to do a review of, whatever grocery store item I find. Because that's kind of what it was before I decided to do the breakfast bonanza.
Yeah, we're always open to feedback on any of our channels. If you have input, we always say we can't promise we're going to just do whatever you say, but it gives us an idea of what folks want so that we can kind of make a note of that and go forward with it.
Right. Let's see. Two of the bonus videos that I did were on that channel celebrating milestones from gaining members on Instagram, or gaining numbers of followers is really what they call it.
Very impressive.
Yeah, so the first one was for gaining 500 followers. And the second one was for gaining 1,000 followers. And now we're at almost 1,900 followers.
Insane growth.
Yeah, it's come a long way very quickly on Instagram. Something I can't say as much for the YouTube channel, so please subscribe and watch those videos. And let me know, thank you.
You're welcome, keep going.
And let me know, what... if there's a certain product you want me to try, or a certain brand you want to see, leave that in the comments as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's all for you?
So, yeah, I was just, excited to tell people that I'm at 1,900 and growing, or almost at 1,900. Not quite there yet, but almost.
Very close.
And so hopefully... another video will be coming soon for 2,000.
Maybe you can be her 1,900th follower, our 1,900th follower. And I will also point out the link to that Instagram is also down in the description box below, along with Geek for All's Instagram, because while we're talking about milestones, not as impressive, but I'm still very proud of it. Geek for All just reached, less than a week before we're filming this video, Geek for All just reached 100 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
And hopefully that will continue to go up as well. Hopefully it's something that you all seem to enjoy. You're always welcome to go check it out first, right? That's just how it works. That link is down below also. In fact, while we're talking about Geek for All, we had on what I guess we used to consider our main channel. Now it's the Magic the Gathering channel, right? So on that channel, we had 6 main set releases from Magic the Gathering this year. Those sets were, let me see, yep, there we go. If you can remember back this far, Ether Drift was the first. Tarkir Dragonstorm was after that. Final Fantasy, Edge of Eternities, Marvel's Spider-Man, and most recently, in the world that we're living in now at the time that we're filming this, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Right.
We were able to do streamer events for all 6 of those sets.
Which is amazing.
It is, and obviously the shout out and the thank you needs to go out to Wizards of the Coast, who sponsored us for each of those streamer events, in giving us the opportunity to showcase that set early for all of you. We took that to heart. We took that responsibility to heart. No pun intended with Spider-Man. Great power, great responsibility. But we streamed all of those and it was a total of 61 hours of streams for just the streamer events for just those 6 sets. If you're good at math, you will know that's an average of 10 plus hours per stream, and it varied a little bit. Some of them had 12, some of them had 7, but we did what we were able to do, and it seems like many of you enjoyed it. We'll get to that in a moment. The other thing that we were able to do, actually no, I guess we should talk about it now. Of those 6 streamer events, 3 of them became our most watched streams ever.
crazy.
On Geek for All or on Video Games for All, we've been streaming more recently only on Video Games for All, whereas Geek for All we've been streaming on since 2020.
Right.
And these 3 sets, that were 3 sets in a row, by the way, became our 3 most viewed streams that we've ever done.
Which is so cool.
Feel free to take a second, because I'm always curious about this kind of stuff. I like numbers. It's my thing. Take a moment. Think about it. Of the sets that I just mentioned, in your brain, think which one of them was the most viewed stream that we've ever done. Take a second. I have to remind myself, to be honest. 3rd place. The 3rd most viewed stream we've ever done was Tarkir Dragonstorm's streamer event.
Amazing.
The 2nd most viewed stream that we've ever done, and the one that I think we got you on, and let us know in the comments if we did, because I was surprised too, was Final Fantasy. I thought it would have been number 1. Number 1 was Edge of Eternities.
Wow.
They are very...
Tricky.
Right?
I would not have guessed that, yeah.
It was the set wedged in between 2 Universes Beyond sets. Universes Beyond tends to be very controversial. So to that degree, I guess I could understand it. It's the in-universe set for Magic the Gathering that was like the one that a lot of people clung to after... Like, Ether Drift and Tarkir Dragonstorm happened. Then we had Final Fantasy, which was huge.
Yeah, massive.
Right. Then we were about to have Spider-Man, which... we all know kind of went off like a wet fart, which was a little unfortunate, if not a lot unfortunate. Slash through the Omen Paths if you're only watching digital content. And then it was going to go to Avatar The Last Airbender. So, yeah, it was kind of the only port in the storm at that point, and so people maybe were...
like shoehorned it in there.
Yes. So maybe people were more excited about that. I don't exactly understand why necessarily, but...
I don't either.
I'm still extremely grateful nonetheless.
Yeah,
and
it was a great set, I thought.
Edge of Eternities was fun, yeah.
But it was very, I don't know, it seemed like maybe there wasn't going to be a lot of interest in it because it was, like I said, kind of shoehorned in. People didn't even necessarily know it was happening.
Right. And like I said, that's 3 sets in a row, because it was Tarkir Dragonstorm, then Final Fantasy, then Edge of Eternities, which of course you would think, based on growth, that would make sense, that we would just get more and more and more each time. But obviously then Spider-Man was the next one, which is not a great metric, but regardless. Yeah. Also, obviously, we want and should shout out to Champion Card Collector in Poughkeepsie, New York. They have been sponsoring us for longer than Wizards of the Coast has. And that's not to knock Wizards either, but Champion are some incredible folks. If you are watching our Monday streams over on Geek for All late into the event, or the streams themselves, you may have met Greg a few times in the chat. Greg is one of the owners, the co-owners of Champion Card Collector. We get a chance to go there for every single set being released, every pre-release. I get to do my big opening that I do, which is 12 boxes often. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, but 12 boxes, 2 cases of product, thousands of dollars of retail product that I get to open that the cards then go on sale at the store later that week when it actually pre-releases on that Friday. What an incredible experience. I'm so grateful that they've given me that opportunity because it's just such a cool experience for me. And hopefully, I mean, I know you all have enjoyed it just based on, again, the numbers, right? And then being able to go to the pre-release itself, buy kits for ourselves, open those kits before we get to then participate and play in the events. That is not content that we produce. It's just we get to have fun and play in the events. This year, Champion started doing two-headed giant events, so you and I were able to participate together and actually have some success as well, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And it winning's not everything, but it does feel nice. But it was fun nonetheless, even if we lost. It's still a fun time to have for the two of us to play together. And so it
does give us more opening videos because then we get packs.
That's very true. We have our big stack of packs down on the set actually for our Monday night streams. Maybe you see them in the background when you come watch us. Actually, they're on all of our streams. I know I said Monday only, but it's on all of our streams, Mondays and Fridays. But yeah, like I said, thank you so much to Champion Card Collector in Poughkeepsie, New York. They're amazing. They've been sponsoring us for many years. They're all amazing folks. The owners, Greg and Steve, as well as all of their employees, their manager, Casey, just a fantastic group of people, and the community as well. Some of those community members are here on this channel watching with us and with you sometimes. And that's great too. It's always great to see those folks come and join us. Just an amazing group of people all around. And that's why we keep going, right? It's not like, well, they sponsor us, I guess we gotta go. Like, if you knew the amount of driving that we did to go to and from there, it's not because they're sponsoring us or they've asked us to, it's because we want to.
Right.
We truly want to do that. And like I said, they're an amazing group of folks, and so they totally deserve it. So thank you to them. You all know that we love you. So, and we will continue. I look forward to continuing on that streak into 2026 and beyond. So thank you to all of them as well.
Yes.
Okay, we can also mention that we talked about Final Fantasy as the second most viewed of our streams ever with the streamer event. And that set in general coming out this year. Well, if we go over to Video Games for All, we've played Final Fantasy 7 and 8. Now 7, that's old news. We played that so long ago. You should definitely go check it out if you haven't gotten a chance already. Check it out on Video Games for All. Still, I believe, our 4th most watched video on Video Games for All.
I think so.
Is the Final Fantasy VII Episode 1. So if you haven't gotten a chance to check out that series, I encourage you to do so. But the other reason that I'm bringing it up...
Phenomenal.
Yes, very much so. But the main reason I'm bringing it up here in 2025 is in the 2025 wrap-up video is because we just... I mean, like, we're filming this like a couple days after... The day after, in fact, that video came out. We just had the finale of Final Fantasy VIII. That game is now full and complete. It took us a while in terms of scheduling. And so, by the way, when we're giving shout-outs, right, we gave shout-outs to sponsors. He didn't sponsor us for anything, but he's an incredible human being whom we love more than many. But our friend Dave, who came and helped us with Final Fantasy VII, guiding mostly Amy, but, you know, I knew it all already. I didn't need Dave there. I did need him there a lot. But Dave guided us through Final Fantasy VII, and he obviously just finished guiding us through Final Fantasy VIII. An incredible human being. Hopefully you all enjoyed his take on the games and his opinions, his love, really, shining through in those. And so... if you didn't get a chance to thank him and congratulate him, whatever, already, please feel free to do so in the comments of those videos, this video, whatever the case may be. We will make sure he gets those messages of love, because he definitely deserves it.
Yeah.
But if you didn't get a chance to check out those playthroughs, I encourage you to do so. In fact, we played, on Video Games for All, since we're talking about it, we played no less than 27 games on Video Games for All this year.
Insane.
27. And we completed 16 of them. They include, bear with me, Pokemon Black, Final Fantasy VIII, Life is Strange Before the Storm, Banjo-Tooie, Batman the Telltale series, Pokemon X, Star Fox Adventures, Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 2, Beautiful Joe, Tomb Raiders 1 and 2, the first 10 games in the Super Mario Brothers franchise. It took us 25 weeks of streaming. That's almost half the year we streamed Super Mario Brothers games. Just throwing that out there. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection, Minecraft, Mega Man Legacy Collection, and Resident Evil Remastered. Which we still have some time before the end of the year to finish that game. I'm relatively confident we can do it. Just throwing that out there. And then that number 16 will go up to 17. Just saying. So, with all of those incredible games, and some not so incredible, we don't have to go back into those, right? I said highs and lows for the year. But I would be remiss if we didn't shout out Minecraft.
Yeah.
Amy had already played through, before this year, 70 episodes of her world in Minecraft. That's like 70-ish hours plus of content for Minecraft. We got to show off my world that I've been playing on for a lot longer than 70 hours, let me tell you.
Yeah.
For many years, in fact, I've been playing on that game. or in that world, I should say. So we get to show off that world. Then, for my first time ever, right? Often Video Games for All is Amy playing games for the first time ever. Obviously, I wasn't playing Minecraft for the first time ever, but I did beat Minecraft for the first time ever. And then for those of you that understand the game and know what this means, the week after I beat the game, we beat the game, we went end busting as well.
Yes.
And so if you didn't get a chance to check those out, as with anything that I talk about today, especially if I'm giving it the shout out here, I encourage you to do it. I think the end busting especially, the fact that we were able to, in one stream, kind of do everything that I really wanted to do with end busting was really cool. I really appreciated that a lot. Final Fantasy VIII. I already mentioned it a little bit. I may have gotten ahead of myself, but we did not fully start and finish it this year. We'd started it last year, but we were kind of towards the beginning of it still when this year rolled over into January. And it was a tough game. It was a tough game. I don't want to spoil our thoughts and stuff for you or the playthrough, so you should definitely go check it out. But I don't just mean the difficulty level of the game was tough. Go watch our playthrough. Go watch our... in the finale, we kind of take the time and give our thoughts, as does Dave. As someone who grew up loving the game, we get to hear his perspective and his reactions to our feelings on it, because they may be different than his, they may not be. Like I said, you should definitely go check it out for yourself. I will do my best here. I can't talk about Final Fantasy VIII without talking about Erica. For those of you who have been around, Erica is a beloved member of our community whom we lost this year.
Yeah. It was a big loss.
Yes. Because she's incredible. And like I've said in the past, hopefully I've said very clearly, losing any of you, if we've interacted with you in any capacity, we will be just as heartbroken. Erica was around for a very long time, was a very loyal viewer. Again, it's not about loyalty, it really isn't. So I caution like using that phrase. So please don't misunderstand. But her personality was incredible. What a beautiful person. And so if we could,
amazingly talented as well.
God, yeah. And so kind to us, and hopefully you feel to many of you in chat as well. So if we could maybe take a moment of acknowledgement just to remember her and recognize her, we would appreciate it. Thank you for letting us do that. And hopefully for all of you taking the moment to do that as well. As a reminder, if it needs to be said, I mean, it's, a bit cliched at this point, but I still think it's pertinent. If you have somebody, especially during the holiday season or whatever the case may be, if you have folks out there that you love, don't ever forget to let them know that you love them. It's super important. Speaking of emotional things, I mean, there's no kind way to segue back into stuff, but I will say, speaking of emotional moments, since we're calling out video games that we played this year, if you want to see the two most emotional games that we played this year, I have to point you to Life is Strange Before the Storm. That's another one that I believe we started last year, but then as we rolled over into this year was when we finished it. And towards the end of this year, Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 2.
Yes.
I would say that I believe that Life is Strange Before the Storm was like more of an ugly cry situation when we played that game.
Mm-hmm. I would say that.
But I think Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 2 still had both of us, like, we lost it. It was, and it's because it's an incredible game, right? Yes. I mean, there's nothing else to it than that. They're so good that they're able to get those emotions out of us. They're that incredible element of storytelling that we love so much, and that we find so important and pertinent.
In every video that we make.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. In fact, speaking of which, the last shout out of a game, we have to end it with this. And hopefully you all knew when I said we were going to be shouting out some of the games that we played. Hopefully you knew that I was going to be mentioning. We have to talk about Pokemon Black.
Yeah.
Gen 5 of Pokemon. Oh my god. First of all, can I say Pokemon Black is quickly becoming it's very close, I should say, to becoming our second most viewed video on the entirety of Video Games for All. After Pokemon Red. It will be very difficult for it to beat Pokemon Red Episode 1, and I will be floored if it does. I would be very surprised, because I don't think it can. I really don't. And that's not a challenge necessarily, but also, I mean, if you want to try...
Hey, that sounds good to me.
More power to you.
Because Pokemon Black is definitely my favorite.
And you're on Gen 6 now, and played one supplemental game in Pokemon Coliseum as well. So, like, you know that. I know that you know that as a fact.
Right. It means so much to me that it's almost our second most viewed video.
Yeah, and that's no shade to Ocarina of Time, because also a game that you loved.
Yes, incredible.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure you all agree.
I've heard that game's okay.
It's fine.
Literally, like, in many people's list of the greatest game of all time. But anyway, like I said, no shade whatsoever to Ocarina of Time. It's just like, because I imagine many of the folks on this channel came to it, well, on Video Games for All. Again, we're on all three channels. But many of the folks that came to Video Games for All came to it because of a Pokemon series of some sort. Again, the numbers kind of can't be denied in that regard.
Right.
It does make sense that with Pokemon Black being as incredible as it was for you to experience, and then hopefully for all of you to experience Amy experiencing it, it makes sense that it would be number 2. It really does. So that was really cool to be able to get through that game this year and to have you feel the emotions that you felt. Love the story in the way that you did. That all meant a lot. It really did. And so
we were talking about emotional games. And
yeah, for sure.
That was an emotional game for me.
Yeah, big time.
And I don't say that about Pokemon games, but this one was.
Yeah. So thank you all for all of your support for Pokemon Black, for everything with Video Games for All, with everything for all of our channels, all 3 of them.
For our 10 years, our 10-year recap video, because that means so much to us.
Yep.
But more than that, the 10 years that video represents.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true. And again, the fact that we got to do it as a live stream and have many of you join us, I think we did it on a Sunday, so like not everybody was able to be there from the beginning. I totally understand. We had to pick a time to do it that like made sense. And so if you haven't checked it out, I get it. I understand. And we encourage you to do so. Hopefully,
Please.
like at some points throughout the video, I'm sure I had some things pop up in the top corner for all of you. And I think it's that corner. Sometimes I mess it up, but hopefully you were able to check that out for yourselves as well, and go check those and click those, and we'll have some that pop up at the end here as well. And I encourage you to go check those out, and please don't forget, as we mentioned earlier, to subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. There was one other thing I feel like I was supposed to talk about before we closed, besides the announcement, because I did say there was an announcement. I didn't forget that. Couldn't forget that. Okay, I remembered. I racked my brain a little bit. We chatted it up. Thank you, Amy. It's not quite the announcement that we were saying is going to be at the end of the video, but I did want to remember to tell you all, because we talked about it on one stream, and so if you weren't on that stream, maybe you don't know already.
Right.
But with the end of Final Fantasy VIII having happened, this video, you may notice, came out on Wednesday. And so that is going to be, at least that's when we plan to put this video out. Maybe it'll sound silly now, but we plan to have this video come out on Wednesday. Well, it can only come out on Wednesday because we don't have a video coming out on Wednesday anymore. It's for the foreseeable future. It's not for anything negative or, anything going on with us in a negative light. It's just that, hey, back in 2020, there were a lot of people who were stuck at home with nothing to do. And we had a lot to do. We had a lot of filming that we got done, and there was a big backlog. And now we're both back to work, as many of you also are, and people get busy. And so really all that it is that we're still going to have 2 uploads a week on Video Games for All, plus a stream. Now we are talking about our announcement that will be coming up for 2026. And so that will be a different change as well of something that we will be doing with our time. So just...
What he's saying is that backlog ran out.
Oh, yes. Sorry if I didn't mention that, if that was unclear. Thank you very much. Yeah, we got to the end of the backlog, which is good because one of the games, I think it was the original Telltale's Walking Dead, the first season of it, was like, we filmed it like 2 years prior to it coming out or something.
Yeah.
And it was like...
It was one that we kept having to push when we were putting it out.
Yeah.
Because there were other things that were just more important to get out sooner.
Yeah.
And so that just kept on getting pushed and pushed and pushed. And then it was like, I mean, people would talk to us about it and we're just like, yeah, we totally remember what you're talking about.
But it also was the kind of thing where, I mean, you very practically, you were like, what if we made references in those videos that like are like 2 years out of date?
Old. Like,
so it was, but anyway, so regardless, that was a backlog that we had. We were, like I said, we were able to get through it, and now it was becoming more of a detriment. And I didn't want any of our content to suffer either by us like rushing through it and kind of ending up hating every second of it, or by us like missing uploads and things like that. And then, you know, we'd rather keep things consistent. Folks, when we were on the live stream, were telling us that they totally understood and it was totally fine. So thank you to all of you that support us in that way. You know, it's not like I hesitate trying to do like the YouTuber apology video of like, we're not doing this thing anymore. We're so sorry. We're bogged down. We're burnt out. It's not like that. Like I said, the reason was exactly what we expressed. And, you know, can they come back someday? Of course. Anything could happen at any time. Is it going to be in the foreseeable future? No, definitely not. And, you know, we've chatted internally and we'll let you all know once we know more definitively. But like, now we will have Pokemon on Tuesdays and Sequel Sunday on Sundays. Well, what if we play a game that's not a sequel or a Pokemon game? Well, we'll talk about it. Does it mean it'll still come out on Sunday? Will it come out on Saturday? Will it come out on Wednesday instead? No clue. But
we'll get to that point and we'll discuss it when we do.
Correct. You all will know shortly after we do or when it makes sense for you all to know. And we thank you for your continued support and understanding in all of those regards.
Yes.
But regardless, the announcement. You may think to yourself, watching this whole video, you may have been like, Joe, you going to talk about where you guys are? Like, what are we looking at right now? Well, you're looking at a bookcase. Duh. And it's but it's full of stuff.
You dummy. No.
But it's full of stuff. And for longtime viewers, maybe you guessed it already, but this is going to be, going into 2026, our set for JAR. What's JAR? Well, JAR, for those of you that may be new, stands for Joe
and Amy
Review, and it's our show where we review the Magic the Gathering stories. So it will be over on Geek for All, Magic the Gathering content channel, and we've got a lot of catching up to do.
Yes, we do.
And so, what else is there to say but thank you all so very much for an awesome 2025.
Amazing.
Really awesome. I would love to know. If you've already written a comment, write a second one. If you want to just edit the first one, that's fine too. I don't care. Whatever you prefer. If you haven't written a comment, I want to know from you. Especially because, like I said, it will help us to know things going forward. What was your favorite Geek for All family of channels moment from 2025?
Yeah.
If this is your first video from us, what was your favorite part of this video? I don't care. You can tell me. We would love to know. And like I said, thank you all for the support, for the love, for the likes, for the comments, for the shares, for the Discord posts, for the Patreon comments or follows, for the Instagram follows as well,
yes.
For the likes and the comments on Instagram too. All of it means the world. Yes, thank you for the subscriptions. Absolutely true. It truly does mean a lot, and it's not, it's very easy, I think, for some people. I'm not calling out anybody because I'm not thinking of anybody in particular when I say it. But it's probably very easy for some people to be like, number go up equals good. Like, it's not about that, right? You all are individuals and not a conglomeration of like, oh, the number went up by one more. Right. Isn't that great? It's like, oh, this person subscribed. That's really cool. Maybe it was after a cool conversation that we had with them on stream. Right. Maybe it was after they were moved by a particular video that they watched. Maybe it's to troll us. I don't care. Whatever it happens to be. Right. Like, I mean, I care a little bit. Don't troll us. But...
please.
Yeah, don't make me have to block people. It's annoying. But whatever the case may be, if you're joining us, we appreciate you being here. We truly do. And as we say on our streams often, we welcome you all watching us however you choose to watch us. Right. Whatever that means for you, whatever you're most comfortable with, that's great. Thank you so much for being here for this video, for any of our other videos, for any of our streams. Whatever the case may be, we appreciate having you all so very much. Yes. And otherwise, that's it. Yeah, the only other thing to say, as Amy aptly said at the top, happy holidays to you and to yours.
Yes.
Thank you all so very much for being here for this and for being here for all of 2025. Based on when this video is coming out, we do have technically more videos before the new year begins. And or streams, so you're welcome to come and join us on those and let us know what you thought of this video, and or to, tell us your favorite moment in those contexts as well from 2025.
And we are so excited for 2026.
We really are. Yeah, again, we got a lot of work to do with JAR, but we've got a lot of cool stuff coming up for Video Games for All, for Geek for All,
and Gluten Free for All.
So hopefully you will be with us going forward. We really appreciate having you. And so, for now, from us here at this Geek for All family of channels, I have been Joe.
And I'm Amy.
And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thank you so much, everybody.